Hello and welcome to the UFO Planet Sightings and News Report, the program where we show you the most recent submissions to the Mutual UFO Network. I'm your host, Darren Crapo. Well, it's the Queen's 90th birthday today, and to help celebrate that birthday, our hot video clip of the day comes to us today from none other than Great Britain. Our journey into the unknown gets started right now. Welcome back to the program. I just want to say happy birthday to Queen Elizabeth. I imagine that everyone all over the Commonwealth is celebrating today. I know that not everyone is a Queen lover, but we here in Canada do appreciate her. And happy birthday. So we're going to begin today in the United Kingdom. This is something we knew would happen. It was only a matter of time. On Sunday, April 17th, a British Airways aircraft was in a collision with a drone. It happened at the Heathrow International Airport, Heathrow located right next to Longford in the United Kingdom, one of the busiest airports in the world. Flight BA 727 from Geneva was approaching Heathrow on Sunday afternoon when a drone struck the front of the aircraft. London Metropolitan Police report that the plane was 1,700 feet in the air at the time of the collision between the A320 and the unidentified drone. The A320 landed safely with none of the 132 passengers and 5 crew members on board being injured, according to British Airways. That's what I would call a near miss, if there ever was one. In 2015, United Kingdom pilots reported a total of 23 near-miss collisions with drones, which has prompted the British Department for Transport to tighten the rules. And you're going to see some of those rules be tightened very soon. The Europeans have some big plans in space. Let's take a look at Johan Warner, president of the ESA, as he explains.
Moon Village, we would like to combine the capabilities of different spacefaring nations, be it robotic or being human, to look also for different activities, be it pure science, be it also business, even tourism or mining or whatever, to put them together on the same place. And this is the idea of the Moon Village. We have places on Moon which are, at least especially at the South Pole, which has permanent darkness, where we can find water, and we know from some missions that there is water. Water is a good source to produce hydrogen and oxygen. And also to go into the shadow of the Moon, we will have places where we don't have the radiation coming from the Earth. So building a telescope over there by using the material we find on the Moon, so not bringing all the stuff from the Earth, that could also open new possibilities to look deep into our universe.
Absolutely amazing. There are many who believe that it is a much better idea to build the first base on the Moon because it's affordable and attainable, rather than setting goals so high, such as Mars. Our UFO sightings are coming up next on the program. We're going to head to North Carolina, Arizona, Illinois, and the space station in outer space.
UFO Planet.
Welcome back, everyone. I certainly do appreciate all of you who have followed me on my Twitter feed at Darren Crafo on Twitter. I do attempt to respond to all the tweets that come into my Twitter account. It's awful handy, and I certainly appreciate hearing from my viewers. Let's get started with our UFO clips now. We have some amazing footage and an experience on today's program that I think you're all going to really like. This first sighting comes to us from Warsaw, North Carolina. It was captured on April 3rd, 2016. Case 75759. Listen into this one. Pardon me. We're not going to listen into this one. I have to do the talking here. The person says that he was first intrigued of the event because he usually doesn't see aircraft in the night sky in his area, especially so low to the ground. At first glance, one was definitely escorting the other, but he realized that one was following the other. When I first looked at the photograph here, the photograph that was captured near Fort Bragg Army Base, I wondered if this was a recreation. But I came to determine that the only real part of the photograph is probably the part that's in the circle. There was no indication in the submission at all that this was a recreation. It was treated as if it were real. Tucson, Arizona, USA, February 4th, 2016. MUFON, case 75814. You can always verify our sightings at MUFON.com.
Okay, there it is again. It's right there. What is that thing? Must be a jet. Alright. And there's the sun reflecting off it. There's the sun reflecting off it. Jet.
Hard to tell what that one is, especially since you really only see it when the sun's glistening. Chicago, Illinois, April 16. 75876 is the MUFON number on this one. An interesting sighting. To the person shooting them, I promise you, every one of these sightings is very interesting. This person took 2 photos in maybe about 5 seconds. It was near the O'Hare Airport in Chicago. The object was only visible in one of 2 photos. Look up there by the American flag. That's where you're going to see the object. We'll zoom in here so you can have a bit of a closer look. As he mentioned earlier in his description, this was captured near the O'Hare Airport, which is a very busy airport in the United States of America. Not typically the place that you would see objects flying around that wouldn't be under the control of air traffic controllers. Now we're going to head to a submission from the International Space Station. This was submitted by Darius Baltus. He is a UFO researcher in Italy. He submitted this video.
And send the...
And so the Corps' automated rendezvous...
Wait for it. Here we go. Now we're going to replay this several times here in slow motion. It looks like whatever it is begins on that kind of arm that's sticking out from the satellite and jets off into space.
They're going to switch over to,
I'm interested to hear if this one was lens flare or something a lot more interesting. Submit your sightings at foru2ctv.com/UFO Planet. It literally takes you about 10 minutes to submit, and then your sighting will show up in our ticker feed below and potentially here on the program. We have a lot more sightings coming up, 5 in a row, with an amazing experience of aliens in Langford, British Columbia.
UFO Planet.
Welcome back. Before we move on to 5 in a row, let's take a look at this sighting that was submitted from Colombia. The submitter called it flying disc or drone, MUFON case 75913, captured on April 16, 2016, down in Colombia. Very interesting, isn't it? Now, talking about interesting, we're going to head now into 5 in a row, but before we do, just let me tell you a little bit here about our first report in 5 in a row, and that comes to us from Langford, British Columbia, west of me here in Canada. It's a UFO alien abduction story. I think you're going to enjoy it.
I went to bed as usual and fell asleep quickly. It felt like a short time before I found myself awake in an area that wasn't my room. After I woke, I felt incredibly groggy and hazy, like I was dealing with a sedative. I looked up from where I was sitting to see a young man. He was facing away from me, preparing something on the counter. He wore a skin-tight blue jumpsuit with a black belt around the waist. He had short light blonde hair. I called out to him saying, "Hello there," which got his attention. He came up to me and told me that what he will do next may hurt but is necessary for me. He grabbed a mechanical arm from the ceiling and brought it towards where I was seated. He gently took my left hand with his and held it so my index finger and thumb were spread. Grabbing the mechanical arm, the black head of it changed shape to form 2 long needles, about 1 centimeter apart. I watched as the 2 needles entered the space between my index finger and thumb. Seconds after the device being in my hand, I felt something similar to an electric shock. After it was removed from my hand, 2 reddish-pink bumps rose, where the needles were.
I absolutely love those kind of stories. Lee Valley Park, London in the United Kingdom, 75644. We're spending a lot of today's show in the United Kingdom. Someone was walking their dog when they noticed 2 tornado fighters escorting what looked like some type of radar plane. Very interesting to look at here. This is probably the sighting of the day that makes me wonder the most. They circled the park for ages, he says, and he put the photos on his computer. That's when he noticed these objects that we're looking at here right now. He calls them the square objects near the planes. He has another photograph of a round object hovering above the trees. That one was not submitted in this group of submissions. Interesting to look at, not sure how to describe it. Acton, California, April 16, 2016. MUFON case 75890. At home using a telescope to video the moon, noticed a spacecraft after reviewing the video. At the very beginning there, you saw the actual footage, the real footage, and all of these are now replays. It took me a while to actually find the object in the video here, but we definitely have something captured on footage in front of the moon. Now, was that in space or in the atmosphere? Off to the ISS feed next. This was captured by a spotter in Germany watching the live ISS feed on April 17th. This object moves away from, it looks like the Earth. Now he says a death ray comes up from the Earth and zaps this object, an energy beam. And we'll zoom in on that part of the photograph. You can see it there now on your screen, zoomed in. It's not that easy to see. I know quite often that there's lens flare involved with shots coming from the ISS. Now there's people who would disagree with me on that. The glorious thing is that we live in a free country where we can have an opinion. And there is whatever it is that came up from Earth, they say that went up towards that UFO. Maryland, USA, case 75900.
It's really far up there, too. Cassie?
I'm just recording it right now.
I have no idea. It's really far up there, too. Cassie?
I'm just recording it right now.
I have no idea.
I have no idea either, but it could have been the ISS. I don't know if any of you have seen the ISS pass over your home during the daytime, but it's a very amazing experience because it's a very bright ball of light in the sky that's moving at a fairly decent pace. The first time I saw it, I was totally sure that I was looking at a UFO until I did a little research and realized that that's the exact time the ISS would be flying over the home. Now, according to that last submission there, that object was stationary. So the ISS, it moves pretty fast. It's kind of hard to mistake it for anything other than what it is. Coming up next is our hot video clip of the day, coming to us from the United Kingdom. A happy birthday, President, to Queen Elizabeth.
UFO Planet.
Welcome back to the program. Our hot video clip of the day. The person who submitted this sighting from Worthing, England said, "This is the best night of my life." That'll give you an idea about what we're going to look at here in this clip from Worthing, England. It's a UFO a military helicopter, and an aircraft. Let's get her going.
Circling the house yet again. The hell is that light over there moving? What the hell is that? Oh my god, there's a UFO. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's going up to the military helicopter. My god. Oh my god. I can't believe I'm seeing this. I can't believe I'm seeing this. Oh my god, that's why they're here. Oh my god. Am I really seeing this? Am I really experiencing this right now? Oh my god. Oh wow, that's why they're here. Oh my god. It's a UFO. That's why the military are here. Oh my god, and it's blinked out, it's gone. Oh, I've got to go phone somebody because, oh my god, there it is, it's still there. Oh my god. I feel faint. I've always wondered if I would ever see something as awesome as this. That's why the helicopter is here. Military over there, just watching. Because there's a UFO right there. And I can hear rustling in the bushes over by the train. Right away. Oh, I'm shaking. I'm literally shaking. Oh my, what was that? Is that a plane? There's a plane going right for the UFO. This is the best night of my life. The plane went right by the UFO. And the helicopter is hovering over there. The helicopter.
Absolutely amazing from Worthing in the United Kingdom, April 8th, 2016. That's our happy birthday present to Queen Elizabeth. Probably the only gift that she'll get that won't be just stuck on a shelf in the National Archives. I want to say thank you to everyone who participated in today's program, either by watching the program or making your submission. I really do appreciate hearing from everyone. You can get a hold of me at Darren Crapo on Twitter, or you can email me, darren@4u2ctv.com. I would love to hear from you. If you have a sighting and you're unsure how to get it to me, just drop me a note and I'll help you out. That's all I have for today. It's time to go back and watch the rest of the celebrations from the United Kingdom. I want to say thanks once again for tuning in. I really do appreciate each and every one of my viewers and the time that you take to watch the program on YouTube, 4U2CTV, and Roku Streaming TV. My name's Darren Crapo, and I'll see you again next Thursday on UFO Planet Sightings and News Report. Take care.